I thought that it's a beautiful marriage. Yoga and love. Yoga is love. Love is yoga. I mean, I was born into a yogi family. I've been, meditating and doing asanas since I could stand up, right? So I could ever remember. So I was interested to see and to read and learn how the yoga was being portrayed, and that was kind of as part of the education too. So I was trying to step out of my knowing about yoga, about all the different aspects of it, about the total lifestyle practice, and really take it from, or try to take it from a view as if this was my first time reading about yoga. Mm-hmm. And I think the balance of interweaving the two topics and having the background of yoga, of Ayurveda, and having the definitions of the words and relating that to personal stories really is a very beautiful marriage. Awesome. And it makes sense too. Mm-hmm. So it's really like you can take a quality in yoga and an aspect of love, and they kind of mirror each other, so you can learn. Mm-hmm. And I think it's beautiful.
Cool. Thank you. So to hear about using that meditation and yoga in more of a mantra way is very curious to me. And so I'm like, oh, I could totally take this on, and I love this idea. So there was, I'm very receptive to it, and it just totally makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like on a deep level for me, it was just like, oh yeah, it just completely clicks and there's an alignment. So, and just echoing everything that Anna's saying. So, yeah.
Did you understand or have a grasp of that alignment before you picked up the book?
Yes. And the only thing that was there is, and I loved there's actually a formula here to apply it, and using mantra, which is not part of my practice. So that would be, I guess, the only thing that was new. So it's like the concept totally made sense, and then I was like, oh yeah, I love this formula and this idea of how to use it specifically for that, because I totally believe in like everything's got to come from the inside, and our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. So whether it's with my business or with my relationships, they're all the same. They're all just mirrors of one another.
Personally, first of all, I really like the idea of the yoga and love. I mean, it sounds so beautiful. I think everyone's gonna love it. But for me, I was kind of thinking that, I think the core message of this book to me, not to others, to me when I was reading it, it's really about learning yourself and then finding yourself before you find different things. So either I can put yoga in my career, yoga or either in my hobby, whatever it is. So it's really about finding myself rather than finding love or others. So for me, if I have to explain this book to my friend, that when you are not really ready to explore about yourself, and then you're not sure about yourself, kind of find a way that you can really learn about yourself, and then you kind of create your energy, and then that just attracts other things, whatever it is.
The book, it says it best, because the word yoga, its root meaning is union. So, I mean, union, love, we're all looking for a union with love. Mm-hmm. And so it just kind of all falls in together. Love and yoga, to me, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like that phrase, a sentence too. Like before you try to unite with someone, try to unite with yourself first.
Mind and soul all aligned, and find that union within myself, and that I'm on this journey for self-realization. Yoga is a lifelong practice. It's a lifelong journey. So it's like if I'm on this path of self-realization, and I'm becoming my best self, and I'm aligning who I am with my purpose, and really coming to alignment, which is part of yoga asanas, like finding the physical alignment, then me coming into alignment with who I am, I'm one whole, I'm totality of me, I will then attract someone who is in totality of him, and then we can go together on a path in union as two wholes instead of apart and apart.
This is an aside. That's one thing, just speaking on that real quick, that's one thing that always bugs me is when people say, you know, like, oh, my other half or my better half. I'm like, well, what are you, half a person? Like, like, no, you're a whole person.
Whole, like out or inside to out mentality. It was kind of funny just because at work they let us all watch this TED Talk that was like how to be more successful in business and something, and the key to that is going from basically like the inside to the out. Like there are different things, like you have the why of what you do, which is the core, like that's the deepest part of it. And then you have the how, and then you have the what. And nobody cares like what you do, they care why you do it. And if you can convey like why you're doing something, you get to people in a much deeper method. And I just thought it was kind of interesting how